There it is. But back to the Zips. I find it interesting that some of the data that I'm reading, they show that there's some players that they're expecting to have standout seasons that are going to impact their teams significantly. I don't get how on earth anybody thinks the pressure cooker of New York is any different over in Flushing than it is in the Bronx. I think it's worse in a lot of ways there because the fans turn on the team, get very angry very, very quickly, and have a lot of, and there's like this in Met world, there's a natural inclination that they're not going to win. They're not going to
Well,
make the playoffs. The
listen,
Yankees always make it, they just don't win because they come
Yankee
up
fans
short.
turned pretty quickly on Devin Williams.
But my point is, I don't see Devin Williams having a very good season with the Mets. I don't see the talent. I didn't see it. I didn't see the attitude. I don't see a winner in that guy. Maybe he's great in Milwaukee, great, but here, I can't believe he signed with the Mets. It
I,
it, it
I
shocked
think
me.
well, the amount of money that he and Weaver got, I'm glad the Yankees let them walk, and the amount of money these relievers are getting. I actually, I actually think that Williams was better than we think, but not good. That doesn't make him good. Just because you're at the top of a pile of crap doesn't mean you're anything but
Yeah, for the
part of a pile of
first two
crap.
months of the season, I have there's evidence on all of the programs of that time with you studying all of our podcasts from that time where you were saying that the biggest
Several
issue
bad
isn't
outings buried him.
he kept saying no, you were saying something else. You couldn't believe how many singles he was giving up.
Yeah, he
You
gave
said, I
up a
can't
lot
believe
more
all the
hits.
hits he's giving up.
Yeah.
The hits are outrageous, and that's the problem. It's everything else was, it was just they were hitting him when they weren't supposed to be. That's what we heard they wouldn't do. They said the bender, the time bender or whatever, the air bender.
Airbender. No,
It looked
Airbender.
like
Isn't
it looked
Airbender
like a
that good?
very slow changeup to me that everybody knew was coming. You know, that didn't move a lot.
It is.
No, maybe it'll be different. We'll see.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, look at what Soto did at the dinner. They had the Baseball Writers Association
I,
dinner,
I heard
and he
something.
was
What
just
did he do? What did he
completely
do?
talking about how much he loved Judge and being on the same team as Judge. He does not say that about Lindor, so it's very
No,
interesting.
no, they don't get along, those two, do they?
Yeah,
That's what's he having? He only has 20 years left on the contract. Well, when can he opt out? 5 or 6 years?
I don't think he has an opt out.
Yeah, he has opt outs.
Okay,
He
so
has
then
opt out.
he'll
He
opt out,
definitely.
and that's when Stanton will be gone, and the Yankees will sign Soto to be their DH, which means that Judge has to continue to play the outfield. But
I don't believe it.
the other thing about the Yankees is they're older, right? You guys, people are more afraid than I am. I'm not as afraid of Judge, his age showing. Ooh, Adam has gone bye bye.
I'm here. I
I know.
just want to go turn the AC on.
So AC,
Yeah, it's really hot in here.
well, that's how you keep your house. Just so you know, while you guys across the country are having nice and cold weather, I played golf in
Yeah,
shorts today. Just
yeah.
so you know. And by the
F
way,
you, my friend.
I
F you,
also
and I'm
wanted to
because
let you
of
know the reason I was having you weren't able to hear me is you were also not able to see me is because I'm wearing camouflage.
I couldn't hear. I couldn't see. There was a moment where you were gone. That's very
Look,
stylish.
I'm
I'm
gone.
impressed.
You can't see
I'm
me now. I'm
impressed.
gone.
Camo Milla.
So, but
Try to say that.
even
It sounds like a facial cream.
even if Judge regresses, you're still talking about a guy that's going to hit in the neighborhood of 50 home runs. He's going to
Yeah.
knock in 110 runs, and he's going to hit near 300, right? But the problem is he's going to get even more walks than he got last year because there's no way Grisham's hitting 35 home runs or 34 home runs again. And there's a
No.
chance that Bellinger had almost 30 home runs as well. What's the
Yeah.
odds on that? And Ben Rice, what's going to happen with Ben Rice? He had 27, he had 26 homers last year,
Yeah. All
right?
right. So now I think what we're going to do is, we're going to start moving to just a little bit of talk about process in the show here. I think we're going to start moving into analysis of what we see in spring training, which is going to be really nice the next couple of weeks. I'm very excited that they're coming back. I wish I were feeling more excited about buying a ticket and going. I have no, I'm not exactly excited to see anybody on this lineup except, and this team except Aaron Judge, but that's only 4 times or 5 times a game. And it gets boring watching everybody else strike out. It's just to me, not
Well,
that
listen,
exciting.
the starting pitching is, bullpen. I never worry about the bullpen because somehow or other Blake figures it out. Last year they
Yeah.
had a bad bullpen, but there was flashes and things that go on. Blake, Blake, but this year you're talking about them. no Rodon, who doesn't come back from injury strong. Every time he's injured, he takes a long time to get back to where he was
Hmm.
before the injury. Max Fried pitched a record number of innings. I'm really happy he chose not to be in the World Baseball Classic, and it was his choice. The Yankees were going to let him go. Luis
Hmm.
Heel, every time he pitches a lot of innings, he gets hurt, like he did in 24, and then he missed with a lat
Right.
strain. He missed how many innings? Then you're talking about Will Warren, who was just an adequate pitcher, number 4 starter. He's going to come back out and throw 170 innings.
I
A
don't know.
lot
I
of
think I
people.
think if there's one area we're going to see improvement, I think we're going to see. I'm going to mark. I'm going to say this now, and you can look back on it in 6 months. I think Will Warren's going to have a really good year.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
he's. I think he's going to actually improve. I think that he's
I
got an
think he's. I think
opportunity to
he. I
get
think
better.
he's a number 3, 4 starter, and he'll always be that, and that's
That'd
fine.
be
That's
good.
good. But the
I'll
problem
take
is
it.
they don't have Clark Schmidt for the entire season, and he was good last year.
That.
Cole.
That's a loss.
Yeah.
And Cole, nobody. Everyone's talking like he's going to
Cole has
come right
never.
back.
Cole has never had an injury like this before.
Yeah.
What's going to happen now? Granted, when Justin Verlander, who's a good comparable for Cole, size wise, style wise, especially since the two of them really worked well together in Houston. Verlander, when he finally came back, which was more than a year after his surgery, he was a stud. But then you got a guy like Jacob DeGrom. He came back from his surgery and then he had to go back out and have another different problem with his arm.
Yeah.
When Rodon had an elbow issue, which he hasn't had TJ, when Rodon had an elbow issue, he came back and then he had TJ. So
Yeah.
Rodon does not heal well. So the starting rotation is going to be an interesting thing to watch. And they don't really have anybody. Elmer Rodriguez is on the 40-man roster. Chase Hampton is still out with his TJ until at least May. So they don't
I'd be
have
willing to bet
depth.
this is going to be the year of Elmer. I have a feeling they're going to be. We're going to see Elmer sometime in the summer, and
Is it going to be Wabbit season or duck season?
it might be duck season. So I think we're gonna. I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be. He's interesting. I think is it La
He's he
Grande
is
or is it Lagrange? Do we know? I've heard multiple
and he's
name
not even on the
pronunciations.
40-man. So hey,
So that could change.
did you know Elmer is 6'3", 160 pounds?
Jesus
I looked that up today. I was
Christmas.
like, really?
He's skinnier than Rich Weil.
Rich
That's
Well's not that
amazing.
skinny. He's soft in the middle.
Yeah, don't tell. That's mean. Come on, he listens to this on his way to
Oh,
work
wait
in
a
the
second.
morning.
He's in better shape than I am, but that's really like, again, if you're
Well,
at the top of the pile of
speaking
crap,
of,
you're
yeah,
still on the pile of
exactly.
crap.
The Pillsbury Doughboy, laughs at you, buddy. So, on that note, I love ending on a funny moment. But listen, I think let's finish off on what we started with. That it's an embarrassment when the New York Yankees go on a Zoom call um, and talk about how everything is fine and great and they love this team.
Kevin
They
Bacon.
clearly don't love this team. It's what they are. They do, and I would love it, and it would make me very happy if he would just admit and say, you know what, we didn't have the offseason we were hoping for, but you know what, I had a lot of faith in these guys. I love these guys, and I think we have another gear. To me,
Well,
that would
right.
be
They
interesting.
could say they could say
Let's
that
say that.
they could come out and say, "Listen, is our offseason exactly what we hoped for? No, but we're rolling it back with predominantly the same team that we had last year with getting Cole back. Say that that's a positive. Say that you're expecting development out of Rice, Wells, Caballero, and
Hmm.
these guys, and say we'll be able to take based on the players we have on the roster come August 3rd, which is the new trade deadline because of the wild key schedule. August 3rd, we'll be able to make adjustments between now and then, and we'll also have a better idea of some of the younger players we have at AAA, especially the pitchers, because
Bingo,
it's what it is,
bingo.
and that's
And
it.
I think that's where they should go. And I think they would get a lot more love from the team. Still, the fans are still going to be angry because they didn't do enough. But you know what? Sometimes there's just not a lot for them to do.
Right. And
They did. I
you
think
could
they
even
always
say
rather have. They
we didn't
love
do things
Bellinger.
right. We didn't do things just for the sake of doing them. That's what he should
That's
say.
right. And that's important. And maybe there's a place for that. But I would have liked them to, this story about how we are a new team. No, you're not. You're not a new this isn't that you're rolling back the same thing that you ended with. It wasn't enough. And when that happens, you're gonna have to take the heat for it.
It,
Accept it.
it's the new boss is the same as the old boss. That's I'm sorry, but Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend had it correct.
You know. On that note, we will be leaving. Hey,
And
I'm gonna
you can
go.
look for us on YouTube, and
w-
we do post our YouTube link all over
How many people,
the
Mike?
internet.
How many people have
Do you want
been
to do you want to know how many
the other
people
day?
watch? So I've been having trouble editing. So I have my IT guy coming to my house tomorrow to help me with editing because they changed some of the things. So I can't edit as well as I was editing. Not that I was such a great editor to start with, but I will say, let me see where our videos are. There's our videos. We did end up with
Boy, I didn't
not as
expect
many,
it to take a half an hour.
not as many as others. It was only in the 60s um, from our
Hey,
show
man, there are
last.
60, but they are the loyalists. Those
Yeah.
people.
Hey, we've been getting consistently over 250, and you know, being that we're inconsistent when we were doing the show, and we're going to get more consistent now because it's getting close. I mean, we in
Well,
essence,
how
we've in
many
essence,
people have how many have subscribed to our channel? Can I
we
ask you that
have more
question?
subscribers than I thought we would have. I will tell
And
you
so it
now.
doesn't matter when we go live.
We have
If long as we have subscribers, they get a notice.
51. We are up to 51 subscribers.
So 51 people get a notification of some form or another that we are
We put something
you
out there
know
in the world.
we put something out there. So that's not bad. I think our goal will be to try to get, I love when people like uh, you know, Steve Schmidt go on and say we're trying to get to 100 million subscribers. We want to get to 1,000. We want to get to 100 subscribers.
Let's
Thank
get
you
to
very much.
75
Let's
and
get
go
to
from
70.
there. And
Exactly.
we'll see what happens as we get more consistent during the year. That's when we get it. I mean, we're getting views. It's good.
I think we should go to. I'd like to, and I hope people don't mind us having this conversation. But I'd like to go to a daily format where we do maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, really
I
fast
think,
at the
yeah.
end
I
of a
mean,
game. That'd be
especially when
fun.
the season starts, we can talk about the games, and that's
Yeah,
even if it's just one of us that gets on that can do it after a game. That works
just a
out fine.
quick 10 or 15 minutes in and
10 or
out,
15
and
minutes
then
on, wow, well, look what Judge did. Oh my God, I can't believe Boone did that with the bullpen. Oh my God, Boone's a genius. Just, talking about the games a little bit more works for us. There wasn't, these guys, we did one show in November, we did one show in December, we've done two
well,
in
there's been
January.
nothing to talk about.
There's
I've
no,
been
yeah, and
laughing at
people are
these
just talking
guys who
after the
make
boss.
content. So, will the Yankees go after Rod Carew? I mean, it's just like anything that they can talk about, they'll talk about.
Rod Carew.
Do you remember the year that the Yankees went after Rod Carew? And that it's just it's mindless. I get it. They've got sponsors. They got to keep the content coming. We don't. We love you guys. We're gonna
We're
only
loyal
be here
to
when it's
we have
relevant,
loyalty to nobody except ourselves and
except
the
to
51
ourselves.
subscribers we have.
That's right. That's right. And only to you 51. Anyway, have a great one, folks. We'll be back soon.
And good
Michael?
luck in prison.
Yes, there we are in prison again.